Everyone, my second hobby, well, one of my other hobbies anyway, handy for taking along in any situation, on a plane, in the loo, in a queue, in a bird hide, or if it's on a grey day like this and you can't really take any pictures because the light's not great. So just while I stand here and look, I can keep my fingers occupied, stops me looking at my phone. This just keeps my brain active, gives me something to concentrate, something new to learn. And I picked this up in 2018. I said to my wife, get me a Rubik's Cube for my birthday, please. I'm going to finally figure out how to do this. So it took about 3 weeks before I got my first solve using online websites and YouTube. And that was looking at them as I was doing it. And then another week or so before I fully did it on my own using beginner methods. Too much to put in this one video. So I'm just going to tell you the sort of basic method and show you that it's not a matter of being a genius or a problem solver, that it can be done starting right from scratch. I showed a fellow cab driver during lockdown when I used his indoor gym how to do it. And he was, I'm sure if he did it long enough, he would have beaten me by now. He was moving really, really fast. So I gave him a few tips, and within months, he was down to sort of his first 30-second solve. And I think it took me about 2 years to get to 30 seconds. But what happened was I mucked around for the first 2 years from 2018 to 2020. Lockdown happened and two things happened. I got into bird watching and learning the complex algorithms of the Rubik's Cube because I was just using the beginner method and mucking around. So I sat down in the garden all through lockdown with my camera out, printed out all of the algorithms and sat and did both. If a bird flew by, snap, snap, snap. Otherwise, and I had it all around me like that. And it was, I liked it. I enjoyed the time. And I got down to, at the time and during lockdown, probably down to 18, 17 seconds. Now my record is about 12 and a half seconds. And this was a year or so ago. I've done it quicker in sub 9 seconds, 8.99, but the scramble wasn't good. So I'm not counting that. So what I do is I scramble the cube just by hand. You can use an online scrambler. Just throw it up to make sure there's no fingers touching. And there's always a plane going by. Okay, so I'm not going to be warmed up. It takes 20 minutes and especially in this cold. So I'm not going to be at my best. And anyway, let's stop making excuses, right? Okay. Okay, so the first thing you solve, the first layer is called the cross. And these letters, you don't have to understand them. CFOP, cross, F2L, OLL, PLL. There are 4 stages to complete the Rubik's Cube. So the reason it's in stages is so once you've completed a stage, the next stage doesn't muck up the previous stage. And I'll just take you through some solves and explain as I go through. And I'm telling you, you can learn how to do it too. So let's solve the cross. Now there's the cross solved, white cross, and its corresponding colors in the center, green, orange, blue, red. Again, you're not going to remember any of this when I'm just showing you the stages, okay? Next up, we're going to solve the edges. That's the F2L. You don't have to know what that means. Red and green with the white at the bottom. Then I'm going to go orange and blue. Orange and blue with white, okay, and that is like that. Orange and blue. Orange and green. Red and blue. Ooh. Okay, where are we now? We are backwards. See, sometimes I can't look. That's the yellow layer solved. And then I had to look away there for a second. Yeah, so what happens is, if I start looking at it while solving it, sometimes I get confused. That's just me. So with certain things, if I'm not doing it very fast, I have to look away. If I'm changing my speed, I have to be doing it as fast as possible so my brain doesn't get confused with my fingers. So, like I said, you can take it anywhere. It's really relaxing, gives you a sense of achievement. I'll tell you, the first time you solve it, man, I never felt that good. Obviously, then you have to then get what they call records or PRs or PBs. and that goes down, you know, that you see it going down in chunks. Sometimes it goes down in 10 seconds, sometimes it goes down in 4, and then you start, you know, eventually after a year or two, you start only shaving off like 0.1 of a second. But yeah, I think one day, maybe if it rains for about 3 weeks in a row, I'll sit down and really concentrate and try and get that sub 10 seconds. I've still got to commit a lot to memory. Okay, I know you want to see some solves, so I'll just add on some solves. Normally I throw it up in the air because there are doubters online when I post my videos that I had my finger wedged somewhere. So, good scramble. And I always include the scramble on the video as well. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Oop, nope. See, closing eyes because that one confuses me. Okay. Yeah, almost all the OLL and PLLs I have to close my eyes on. Don't know what that is. There must be some sort of medical. Okay. Yeah, you might ask what I'm doing now. I'm seeing where the white coloured tiles are, so I can rotate them in the right way. And what you want to do is make the red and the orange are opposites, and the blue and the green are opposites. So look, there's the red. So if I put the red there and the orange, they're opposite. And then the blue is always left of the red, like that. And then the green slots in, but they're all in the wrong. So just two like that, and you're solved. All right, so let's do this quickly. And you can see I'm just starting to get a bit of warmth. I've messed that up, so gonna one more, like that. See, so I can fix what I've messed up. Probably gonna go home and have a go at this for a few hours. Yeah, it's a bit, yeah, because my fingers are quite stiff in this cold. Right. Okay, let's do this a bit faster. And I've just messed that up. Blindfold. See? One more and then we're done. People passing by, walking, joggers, running. What the heck is he doing? Right. Okay, that one. You're there. Oh, messed that up. No, that way. Where are we now? Whoop. I hate this one. Oh, I hate that one as well. Okay, folks, that's enough. Hope you enjoyed.